These are some Dinar Guru updates. Starting off with Jeff, says the second half of December was a very critical period to Iraq. Why? During the second half of December is when Iraq pauses and suspends their credit and lending practices which work off the value of country's currency. If Iraq is going to change the value of their currency, they would need to pause and suspend credit and lending practices. That's why it's important. All right, Firefly says, Mr. Sammy said, with this auction, stopping the value would have to be added to stop the chance of a collapse of the currency. Frank says, that's brilliant, simple words, but so well said. Specific manicured words that define it exactly. This is checkmate. There is no other move. All right, moving on to Nader from the Mideast says, I feel it's very, 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 very close. Nader continues to say very close, like very close, guys. I feel like once they stop the auctions, everybody's going to be happy about it. I think it's going to be stopping on the 28th, 70% to 80% chance, says Nader. Okay. Moving on to Mark Z via PDK says, we did see rates pop up briefly again this weekend. Things are getting exciting. If Iraq had $3.47 popping up over the Forex sites and some currency sites over the weekend, showing the IQD at $3.47. I wish I would have been sitting with a bank that was open and currency in hand when it popped. We were getting similar numbers from contractors that believe will be the rate for their contracts. It was exciting to see those rates popping up. All right, we've got an article quote from Militiaman, says the path to develop unending oil. Quote, the Development Road Project is one of the most important strategic projects that will enhance Iraq's position as a commercial link to the east and the west, describing it as the oil that never ends. Iraq got a huge amount of oil, massive amount of non-oil revenue, tourism, agricultural, add it all in, and it's going to be the oil that never ends. All right, Claire also has an article, quote, did non-oil revenue contribute to Iraq's budget? Quote, advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, confirmed today, which was on Saturday, that the non-oil revenues have witnessed a significant change in their contribution to budget resources, while he indicated that the government program seeks to raise them to 20%. And lastly, Frank 26, the introduction of all these foreign currencies to transact in for import-export is the introduction of the international basket where the dinar will be paired and the new exchange rate will exist and grow. I'm excited because they're stopping the CBI auctions and replacing them with value for your currency to deal with other currencies that have their own value.